Hello YouTube, Mr. Rainzog here again, doing another deck profile. Just finished this deck about 10 minutes ago. It's the deck profile for my standard format or traditional format deck. I like it a lot. I played my sister with it. It did pretty good. So I'll just get started. The first card, Dark Magician, such a classic card. 2 tributes, 25 attack. Second card, Cosmo Queen, 2 tributes, 29 attack. Next card is Gaia the Fierce Knight, another classic card. 2 tributes, 23 attack. Next 3 cards are not common in decks these days, but I ran them because they're older and I had them. These 3 guys, Theon the Great Sphinx, Sphinx Telea, and Andro Sphinx, they're pretty good. And I wouldn't ever suggest running just one of them in a deck. They all 3 kind of go together. Next up is Kaiser Glider, 1 tribute, 2400 attack. Red Eyes Black Dragon, 2 tributes, 24. People usually don't like him, but he's an older card, so I put him in there. And then I kind of want to get another Blue Eyes and put him in there instead of Kaiser Glider. I have 2 ritual cards in this deck. Magician of Black Chaos and Relinquished. They're both pretty good. I like them a lot. Cyber Dragon, just an all-around good card in pretty much any deck. Axe Raider, he's really good as well. I never had any problems with him. He's no tributes, 17 attacks, so that's pretty helpful. 17 beater. This is kind of a beat stick deck, I guess. Next up, 2 Vorse Raiders. These guys are really good. No tributes, 19 attack. I like them a lot, just because that's a pretty high attack. Gearfried the Iron Knight, 1800 attack, 4 stars. The only thing is that you can't put an equip spell onto him, but that's okay. Enraged Battleox, he's 1700 attack, and whenever a Beast Warrior or Wing Beast attacks, they have piercing. Darkblade, pretty good, 18 attack. Mystical Elf as a blocker, she's good, 2000 defense. Okay, now for my first. Well, in the advanced format, it's forbidden. In the traditional format, it's limited to 1. So, Cyberjar, yay! It's really good. Good for wiping out your opponent's monsters. I like it. If they got something big and they attack into it, their whatever is big is gone. Another blocker. Giant Soldier Stone, 2000 defense. Another thing, Jirai Gumo, he's really old. He's 2000 or 2200 attack. The only bad part is that whenever he attacks, you flip a coin, and if the coin flip lands wrong, if it lands on tails, you have to pay half your life points before you attack, so that is no fun at all. But I keep him in there, sacrifice for the bigger monsters. Another thing that I like, this is the second banned card limited in traditional format. Magician of Faith, she's really good. She only 300 attack and 400 defense, but her effect brings back a spell card when she gets flipped. Next up, Gemini Elf, just like Vorse Raider, 4 stars, 1900 attack, so she is really good. And for the final monster is Neo the Magic Swordsman, 1700 attack, he's good, I like him. And for the spells, first 2 spells are Black Illusion Ritual and Black Magic Ritual for the 2 ritual monsters that I showed you. And next up comes probably my favorite spell card of all time, Change of Heart. And this is actually, I got this card today, and I just love the way it looked in the ultimate, or the ultra rare. So it inspired me to make the traditional format deck. So that's limited to 1 in traditional. Also limited to 1 in traditional, banned in advanced format, is Pot of Greed. Just such a classic card. Play at draw 2. Lots and lots of draw power with that card. Next up, Dark Hole, staple, even now in the newer decks. Hammer Shot, destroy 1 attack position monster with the highest attack, so that helps. Card Destruction, pretty good. And this card, Monster Reborn. This is a really beat up version. I almost feel bad. I found it at the bottom of my backpack. Next up, Pot of Avarice. This card, I call it a staple. It's really good. Next card, Jar of Greed. It's pretty darn good. Draw one card. The only thing I don't like is the trap card, so you have to set it for at least a turn. Next up, Judgment of Anubis. You discard a card to negate, and then you destroy a monster. So it's really helpful. Next up is Pyramid of Light. It helps with the Sphinx monsters. You can just pay 500 on them for their effects. If that's on the field, they pay 500 to special summon themselves. So you can special summon 1 or 2 per turn if you have that on the field. Next up, Curse of Anubis. This card's pretty good. Effect monsters get changed to defense position, and the 2 biggest monsters in this deck are Cosmo Queen and Dark Magician. They're like the main monsters, and they're both normal monsters, so it doesn't hurt them too much. Next card, super beat up version of Bottomless Trap Hole. I traded this from a guy today. I traded it for like 50 cents worth. I was pretty excited about it. It's a staple. Next up is Spellbinding Circle, another classic trap. It's good. It's just, if they summon something big, you can just block it out. Anyway, so that is my traditional format deck. I like it. I dueled my sister 5 or 6 times with it. Yeah, it won 4 out of 5, 4 out of 6. It was good. I like it. It's not really made for showing off like my Gravekeepers. It's made for just showing you guys that traditional format is still around, still playable. Not many people play it though because most tournaments run advanced format. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my traditional format deck. Old monsters like Dark Magician and Cosmo Queen. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. See you later.